if they do. But what we've done in Louisiana over the last few years, we've authored legislation that is constitutional. See, Roe versus Wade never said that Louisiana couldn't legislate in the area of abortion. It just said abortion was legal. But they've upheld a number of restrictions across this nation. And so we hope that one day Roe versus Wade is overturned. But until that day, we operate within the realms of the current Supreme Court ruling. But I'll shout from the hilltop when Roe versus Wade is overturned. But I'm a legislator that comes in here every day and takes an oath to operate within the Constitution and the laws of this land. It is a misnomer that we can't legislate regarding abortion. A number of restrictions to abortions have been upheld by the Supreme Court since Roe versus Wade.
Representative Jackson, how are you combining all of your bills? You have two bills. There's several. Representative Mickelbich has one, the heartbeat bill. How are you guys combining all these different anti-abortion bills?
Well, of course, members are free to introduce whatever they choose. When they're introduced, of course, we all look at them. If you have a bill that conflicts with the other, we change the provisions. It's just like any other area of legislation. We had a massive overhaul of criminal justice reform. It was introduced by members from all walks of life. So we do, like we do in any other area, once the bills are filed, we look at them. If they conflict, we try to bring them into conformity with each other, and we go forward.
Window of opportunity to bring that legal battle to the Supreme Court, given the new makeup of the Supreme Court? Did you see that the end game would be to overturn Roe v. Wade?
I think we've been at this for years, and regardless of the makeup of the Supreme Court, we've always stood for life. And that means that every bill that we author, whether we believe it's constitutional or not, we know it may be challenged. And so a lot of people are talking about the makeup of the Supreme Court. Those who stand for life have never waited on a Supreme Court that thought like us to fight for life. We fought for life at every level, regardless of the members of the Supreme Court, and we take our battles to court when we're challenged. That's not going to change with this Supreme Court. It's not going to change if 5 liberals are appointed to the Supreme Court, God forbid. But the bottom line is we've always fought for life, and we've always saw those bills challenged at the Supreme Court and other levels of the judicial system. And so we don't look for a ripe court system to advocate for life. We advocate for life because it's the right thing to do.
Any doubt that the bill will get out of the Senate today?
No doubt at all. Louisiana has stood for life for many of years in our Louisiana House and Senate. I don't expect anything different today. This is what people have to understand. When you fight for life, you don't fight against women. You fight for a principle that you believe, that someone gave you a fighting chance. If any of our mothers would not have chosen life, we wouldn't be here. You believe you're worth it. So we believe the babies in the room are worth having the same opportunity to live as all of you. And so the Senate believes that, the House believes that, and we fight for that principle, regardless of what's the makeup of the Supreme Court, regardless of what people are saying, regardless of what people are doing. Someone gave us life. Someone chose you, someone chose me, someone chose these ladies standing here today, and we're fighting for them to choose others, because you would have wanted us to fight for you. And it's just that simple. Thank you.